Hello amazing viewer, my name is Cecilia KK and I'm welcoming you to my channel, Cecilia Inspires. If you're just joining me for the first time, I would encourage you to subscribe and watch previous inspiring videos. And if you're a returning subscriber, then I have something new for you today. Now, we live in a world where yes seems like the right thing to say and no seems like a sin, even when what we're saying yes to is actually detrimental to existence. But somehow, because we've been socialized to say yes, especially here in Nigeria, we often say yes to the wrong things. And I found in my years of public speaking and counseling that many young people have gone astray because they just said yes to the wrong things, yes to the wrong relationship, yes to drugs, yes to pornography, even if that wasn't what they wanted, but they just joined their peers because we've been socialized to say yes and not socialized to actually say no. And don't get me wrong, yes is an awesome word to say, but we should be able to say yes to the right people for the right reasons and for the right occasions, not just say yes because you want to say yes to belong or something like that. Even scripture says that our yes should be a yes and our no should be no. And so today, people have called me up and said, Cecilia, I find it very difficult to say no, and I don't know why. So today I'll be sharing with you 6 reasons why people are unable to say no. 6 reasons why you are probably unable to say no. Number 1 on my list is the socialization of pleasing. We've been groomed to please people. We've learned to please people. Chimamanda, take the plate off the table. Your mom has trained you to say, yes, auntie, I'm going to take the plate off the table. Chimamanda, clean those shoes. Oh, yes, auntie, I'm going to clean those shoes. And now, while this is good in the home setting and to be a well-rounded individual, when we come out to the real world, when our kids get out to the real world, we find out that we begin to say yes for the wrong reasons because our parents have taught us to please people by saying yes, but haven't taught us how to say no to the wrong reasons. So this person who's been socialized to please gets to university and a friend comes up and say, I'm smoking weed today, could you smoke some? Just try it out. And she says, or he says, yes, without even thinking because you were socialized to say yes. And so many people have gone astray. So socialization of pleasing people, the training we've gotten here in Nigeria of pleasing people is one of the major reasons why we say yes for the wrong reasons. Number 2 on my list is fear. The reason why people say yes for the wrong reasons is because you're afraid of people's opinions. You're afraid of how people are going to see you and how people are going to measure you up. He's really not a man. That's why he doesn't want to take bear. Or she's really not a bold girl. That's why she doesn't want to follow us to the club or have sex with this man or things like that. So we fear people's opinion. We fear the impressions of men. We fear what people are going to make up of our actions. But the truth, honey, is that you have to learn to say no. If someone is infringing on your sense of propriety, you should be able to say no. This is not my style. This is not my lifestyle, and so I can't do this with you. I'm not saying that this thing you're doing is improper, but this is not me, and I would not just want to get into this because you're getting into it. And fear. So number 3 is deception. Now, the reason why people would often not say no when they're supposed to say no is because they're trying to deceive the other party. So somebody comes to you and says, would you be able to help me copy my notes? And you come up and say, oh yes, I'll copy it for you, there's no problem. But you really know you can't. It's not like you don't know you can't, but you say yes because you want to deceive them. You want them to look at you and say, this is a very nice girl, this is a very nice guy. Do you know there's hardly anything you'd ask him for that he wouldn't do? And so you just say yes because you're actually right out there to deceive that other person. And that's unfair, that's improper, and that's not right. If you know that you're unable to do something, boldly say, no, I can't do this for you. I would have loved to do this for you, but I can't do it for you at this point in time, and I wouldn't want to lie to you. And that's the reason why tailors in this part of the world will never give you your clothes. Come get your clothes on Friday, and you get there, they say, oh, it's not ready. And when you call them on the phone, they're like, I'm cutting it, I'm almost doing it, but I'm actually not doing anything. So young people, because I feel like this video is I'm doing this video for young people, even if adults could benefit from it, but I'm very interested in young people because they have like a whole life ahead of them and you can make these changes on time and to make a whole lot of difference for them. So if you want people to have a certain opinion of you and you just say yes for that reason, you better stop doing that. You better stop doing that. I want people to look at me like I'm the girl who could carry so much on her plate without breaking down. Honey, you can't keep doing that. That's deception. If I say yes to somebody and I go back to my room and I'm offended, I'm angry, I've just deceived that person and deceived myself as well. Sometimes that may not just be the right option. So number 4 on my list is helplessness. Sometimes we feel helpless, and that's why we say yes. Not because we wanted to, but we just came out of our mouth. So I want to say that even if you feel helpless, like this is someone really close to me, I don't know how I'm going to say no to this person, you should still try. You should still be able to say no. I really like you, I really love you, but I don't know how I'm going to do this for you. It's just, I just can't help it. I can't do this for you. So helplessness sometimes is a reason. So you need to take yourself off that helplessness and rehearse how to say no to people. And sometimes if you said yes, there's no crime in going back and saying, I know I said yes to you like 2 minutes ago, but I've thought about it and I really can't do this thing for you. Number 5 on my list is wanting to belong. Many young people want to belong to a certain clique or cycle in their school or their university, and so they say yes, just because they want to belong. So someone is saying, for instance, Jude, are you going to follow me here? Are you going to do this for me? Are you going to do that for me? Can I take your provisions? Can I take your food? Can I do this? Can I wear your clothes? And this is really against your sense of propriety, but you still say yes to it because you feel like you want to belong to that group, you want to belong to that gang. If I do these things for them, they actually let me belong in their gang, so let me just say these things. Let me just say yes to the things they want me to do. But the truth is that you said yes doesn't make you any better. It doesn't make them love you any better. You must learn to stand for yourself and say no. And learn to live as an entity before you think about bringing other people to your life or joining other gangs. So yes. Sometimes the reason why we say yes is because we want to belong to a certain group, and that doesn't do anybody any good. Number 6 and final on my list is this. Because you feel that people will look at you terribly for saying no. Who cares how people look at you? The major question is here, how does what you're saying yes to make you feel? Does it make you feel good? Is it the right thing to do? If it's not the right thing to do, say no, honey. It doesn't matter how anybody looks at you, whether they look at you nice or they look at you bad or look at you good. The truth is you have satisfied your conscience, and that is very, 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 very important. So I'm going to tell you this story to wrap up. While I was in university and I had just attended this class, I think it was 18 or so, and so we copied this very lengthy note. I think it took about 10 pages or something. And so after this class, I was really exhausted and was just wrapping up to go home and all that. And this girl walks up to me and says, Cecilia, can I have your note? Okay. I am lost at first. So the first thing I say is, okay, my note is actually available. Well, I know that you were in this class with me, so what's the problem? Did you miss a line or two I could give you to just write what you want to write, and then when you're done, I would go home. But she said, no, I didn't copy anything at all. And I said, okay, you didn't copy anything at all. What was the reason? You don't have a pen or you don't have a notebook? And she said, I have both, but I just didn't copy anything at all. I thought that after the class I could get your notes. And I said, no. Why would I make somebody else so irresponsible? And then she said, why would you act like that? I said, because if everybody came into the class just not copying their note because they didn't feel like it, and we keep giving them a note, whose note are we all going to take if everybody acted just the way you acted? And I said no, because I thought she should have some sense of responsibility. The reason why you have a note you want to borrow and take home is because somebody was responsible enough to copy that note. So you should learn to be responsible. I risked everything. I risked that girl probably not talking to me for the 4 years we were going to be in the university, but it was worth the risk all the same. So you should learn to say no, and no for the right reasons. And from that day henceforth, she started to copy her notes in class. She never came up to me to ask me for my note for flimsy reasons. So learn to stand up to people and say no. I wasn't doing that to her because I wanted to hurt her, but I wanted her to be responsible. I thought she could do better than that for herself. So today, young people out there, you know somebody who's young and you think that this is going to inspire them, they're going to learn to say no, or you know somebody who's young who's always saying yes to the wrong people for the wrong reasons, and this video is going to help them. Please share, comment, like, and tell me what you think. You could actually have other reasons. Tell me what you think in the comment box below. All right, as I always say, there are no dress rehearsals in life. We just have one shot at it, and we must give it our best. My name is Cecilia, and this is the Be Inspired Show. Love you.